Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Bitcoin, and also a little bit of markets, of course. I mean, we'll focus on Bitcoin in this video. We'll talk about the technicals. We'll talk about what to expect next week, what to expect tomorrow, especially. I think tomorrow is going to be a very important day. So far, the price action for Bitcoin, obviously, like can we really derive that much from it? No, we've had some high volume moments yesterday, Saturday evening. But also going into Sunday with some high volume. Right now the volume is very low though, so there's not much we can say. But tomorrow is going to be quite crucial. First of all, like my thoughts since yesterday afternoon have not really changed. Honestly, I have not paid too much attention to the markets. But the key thing to watch tomorrow, I think, is ETF inflows or outflows. I think there's going to be outflows. And outside of that, we are most likely going to get headlines regarding this new situation between China and the United States, right? I mean, I can talk about the technicals for as long as I'd like, and we will do that in a moment. And we'll talk about some important levels here that we need to watch in the next 24 hours. We will do that, but the thing is, the key is, first of all, what comes out in terms of headlines, right? So how will this trade war, this new trade war, or this ongoing trade war, however you want to call it, how will it develop? Will there be escalation? Will there be de-escalation? I think yesterday we had some headlines coming from the Chinese Minister of Commerce or something, and he said, we're not afraid of a trade war, but we don't want a trade war either. That's basically nothing, right? So we'll have to see kind of what happens right now. I mean, the ball is in the court of China, right? I mean, are they going to do something about those export restrictions on rare earth minerals, or is the United States going to back down? And honestly, if we can have a look at the past, I would argue it is slightly more likely that China backs down. I mean, 100% tariffs on Chinese goods, I mean, that's a lot, all right? And there is something to be said about those rare earth mineral export restrictions. That was also against, so some of the deals that they've made in the past. So it's going to be very interesting. But honestly, look, I think if we get some de-escalation, I think that's 100% going to be bullish. I think we will be able to revert back into 115 and 116,000 easily. Now, having said that, I think it's good to know that the Bitcoin dominance is still quite strong right here, and it's uncertain whether this will continue in an uptrend, which means that if Bitcoin would rise, altcoins would not necessarily rise up together with it, or whether we can actually find resistance at this major resistance level, this red area, and we can see the Bitcoin dominance trend down again, which would be great for altcoins, because then if Bitcoin rallies, altcoins can recover a lot, all right? We're talking about 10-20% easily. So that's what we'll have to see. But also, if we get bad news, it's equally as important to see how the market reacts to that. Because what very often marks the bottom is when the market no longer reacts bad to bad news. So keep that in mind as well. Now, when we're talking about the technicals, there's two main levels that I think we need to look at. First of all, the key level that we've been able to hold so far is the point of control of the move down we made on Friday. So that's around 109.6 thousand. That is, at this point of time, the most important support level. If we drop down below that with volume, I would assume we're going to drop down lower. And dropping down lower in this case, there's a bit of a support level with 107,000, but honestly, I would take into account that we could drop down all the way to 104,000, which would be disastrous for altcoins. It is a possibility. I'm not telling you it will happen. I'm telling you it's a possibility if we get a high volume break below 109.6. And then on the other hand, for me, the main level we'd need to reclaim to actually get some more recovery, which I think is a little bit more likely, is 112.2. If we're able to reclaim that, I think we can actually technically already recover slightly more into 114 and 115. For now, I have to be neutral, all right? Given the market circumstances, given the fundamentals, I would just be ready for both scenarios, and so should you, in my opinion. So those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know for now. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. I'll be back with a middle of the day market update later today. But for now, that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.